Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Friday, and today I am making a really cool technique called Mosaic Tiles. So stay with me, and I'm going to show you how to make it. All righty. Hi, Selena. All right. Now, this is from a YouTube crafter named Natasha Foot. And she did this on her channel. I thought it was so cool. So I thought I'd show you how to do it. Hi, Lena. All right. Okay, so you're going to take 3 different papers. I chose purples. So I have different shades here of purple. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to cut them. All right, so you're going to take a piece of paper, and I did about 5.5 in length. And of course, it can be as wide as you want, but I did it 5.5. So I have some on either end, of which I will show you. All right. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to cut them on an angle. Just put that up a bit. So you want about 1/2 inch on one end, and then you go down to 1/4 inch. Hi, Muriel. So I'm just going to go 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to tilt it to about 1/4 inch there. So I have, here, I'll show you up here. So I have about 1/2 inch up here, down to 1/4 inch down here, and then I'm going to slice it. Okay. And then I'm just going to do the opposite. So now you can see I have 1/4 inch here and 1/2 inch down there. And then I'm just going to do the reverse again. So I have 1/2 inch at the top and 1/4 inch at the bottom. And you're just going to continue doing that. So now I have 1/4 inch at the top, 1/2 inch at the bottom. And you're going to continue doing this with 3 different colors. All right. So this one's 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. So you're going to get, and then their last one can be 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. All right. So you get these pieces that look like this. And you're going to do it in 3 colors. All right. So I have my purples and a darker purple and a medium type purple. And some more here. Okay, and then that one. All right, so there we go. So they're all cut. And they don't have to be exact at all. It doesn't matter. It's just the way they're going to look. Okay. All right. I'm just going to move those aside. Now I'm going to bring in a piece. I just put this up here so you could see it. I'm bringing in a piece of acetate. My acetate is by 5.5. So you could do 4.25. This is 4.25 by 5.5. All right. So that's my acetate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my strips, but I'm going to alternate. So I'm alternating my colors and I'm alternating the positioning. So this one, the 1/4 inch is on the right, and this one, the second one, the 1/4 inch is on the left. So I'm just going to put my tape on here. All right, so I've started, and when I put my first one on, it's even with the top of my acetate. So I have the 1/4 inch on the right. So this 1/4 inch is going to go on the left. And I'm leaving about 1/16 of an inch. Okay. Now you'll notice that I have some hanging on this side and some hanging on that side, which is fine. I just find it easier for placement if I have them hanging over. So now I have this color and this color. So now I'm going to go with a dark. All right. So let's put that one on. I've got the wider 1/2 inch on the right. So now I'm going to put the 1/2 inch on the left, and I'm leaving a 1/16 of an inch in between. Okay. So now I'm going to repeat that color pattern. So now I've got this one. So I'm just reversing it again and lining it up with a 1/4 or a 1/16 of an inch. Okay, so now I'm going to put this one, and I'm just going to keep on going all the way down, just alternating all of my colors. So now I've got a dark one. And I'm just leaving my 1/16 of an inch like that. And I'm just going to continue on. So now I've got that one. So now I use this one. And you'll see why when you do this, it's nice to have that hanging over for placement. It really does make it easier for your placement. So I've got that light, dark, that light, dark. And this one. Okay. And the darker purple. And this one. Now, Natasha did a few cards. I've done one with a floating circle, and which is a cool way too. And you're putting strips onto acetate. This one's just a little different. Okay, and then that should be good. Okay, so now it looks like that. So when you flip it over, you can cut off these sides. Now so I'm just gonna cut those off. And cut those off. All right, so now you're left with this. Now that looks nice on its own. You could certainly just use it as that, because I think it looks very nice like that. But I am going to cut it into strips. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to cut these into 1/2 inch strips. So we're at 4 1/4. I'm just going to cut this to 4, and then that'll be easier for cutting. All right, so now I'm going to cut this into 1/2 inch strips. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to make 6 strips. Okay. So there they are, my little strips. Okay, so now what I need is I need a piece of paper that is the size that you want your mosaic tiles to be on. So I cut mine to 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a piece of paper here. Four and 3/4 by 3.5. All right. So this is what I'm going to be putting my pieces on, like this. Okay, so we can start one like that. So I'm just going to add some tape at the back here and put it on like this. All right. Now the next one, I'm going to just put it a little different. I'm going to just kind of move it around. So I'll put it about like that. So they're not exactly even. So I'm just going to shift it a bit so that it's like this. Now I'm leaving 1/8 of an inch, I guess, in between. So now it looks like that. So you just want them shifted a bit. You can turn it around if you want and make it different that way. You can do whatever you want. So now I'm going to put this one like this, leaving a little space. Okay. And I'm going to turn this one around, make it a little different. Okay. All right. And then this one, I can turn it around. You can do whatever you want. Just make them different. This one looks too much the same as the other one. So I'm going to see if I can just flip this around. There we go. I think that looks better. Put it up a bit more. There, that looks better. All right, let's put this one on. Like that. And then the last one. It's very cool, actually. And there we go. Isn't that neat? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a trim. So I'll just trim these off. And trim these off. And there is my mosaic. All right. Now I could trim right up to here as well. There we go. Now I'm going to cut another piece of white the same size as that, just to give it some dimension on the back. So this was 4 3/4 by, I think it was 3 1/2. All right, so I'm going to take this piece and glue this on. Now you could do it in another layer if you wanted. Just trim that off. You can give it some height to the front of your card. Just going to cut that one off a bit. I love it. I think it looks so cool. All right, now you're going to take your card. I might even put another one on just for fun. I'm going to stack it up again just to give it some more height. Okay. All righty. I think that's good. All right. So now we're going to put it on our card. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And we will put it on right here. And there we go. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay. So now I'm just going to add a butterfly. So here's my little butterfly. Just adds that. And then this is also from the Fluttering Butterfly sentiment. So we'll add that on as well. I'll use liquid glue for this. There we go. There's so much to smile about. So we'll add that. And then I love it. And then we'll just add our little butterfly up here. And there we go. What do you think? Pretty easy, actually. Very effective. I love it. Such a cool technique. Okay, so now you're going to have leftovers as well. Now you could cut this and just put it on the side of a card. I certainly won't throw it away, but you can make a card using that as well. So you can do it. You could do this just as the solid, as I showed you in the beginning. And then you could use these just on the side of a card. And just put them on the side of a card like that. And that looks nice too. You could emboss this part and then just put this on and put your butterfly and your sentiment. So that would look nice too. It's a great look for sure. All righty. So there we go. Lots of fun. All right, next week. Oh, I was going to show you what I made. So I made this little box card. I made it. It says Happy Mother's Day, but you could have Happy Birthday on it as well. And then when you open it up, I have a cookie inside. How's that? So this one says Happy Mother's Day. And then I have a cookie inside. I tried I was trying flowers. So that's what that is. So there we go. So you can buy this little box for, and then I will donate a cookie to it. But I think it'd be cute for a birthday or Mother's Day or whatever. Okay, so I'll have these once I get some more cookies made. I'll have them in the store, and they'll be $5 or $6. All right, so that's what that is. And you could put a little happy birthday on there, Happy Mother's Day, happy whatever, and then there'll be a little cookie inside. Okay, so that'll be coming up. All right, next week I'm going to be using the Better Press. So I will be doing some cards using the Better Press. So I think that will be pretty cool. They have some beautiful Better Presses out there, plates, and I'll be showing you those. And I'm not sure what else I'm doing. Can't really think. All right. Thanks for joining me. I hope you try this. I think it's very cool. And of course, I'm loving the Pink Fresh butterfly, fluttering butterfly. I think they're gorgeous. All right. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.